kids, it's Mrs. Compton, and today we need our tools for our warm-up. So we're gonna do a little figure me out. So this is some complex thinking. It should be hard for your brain, and your brain should be feeling a really big stretch as you start figuring this stuff out. It should not be easy. All right, so we should have a blank, a number, minus 12 makes 8. Okay, so let's think about what we know so far. We know the missing numbers in the front, right? We know we have to take off 12, and we're going to land with 8 in the end. Okay, that's kind of hard for me to imagine, so I'm going to use my tools. Make sure you have your tools too, because these are some big ideas. I think we should use our tools. So I'm going to start with this number here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take 2 off of my 10, and I have 8. Okay, now, I know this number is going to be 8 in the end. But when I take off 12, I'm left with 8. Now I'm just getting confused. So I want to try to play around with my tools. So here's what I want you guys to do right now. We know we have to end with 8, right? So I want you to think about, should this number be more than 8 or less than 8? Should this number be more than 12 or less than 12? I want you to experiment right now with your tools. So this would be a really good time to hit pause. I'm going to hit pause too so I can experiment with my thinking too. Okay, what did you figure out? Would this number be more than 8 or less than 8? On the count of 3, I want to hear you. 1, 2, 3, tell me. That's right, it's more than 8. Okay, how about more or less than 12? Okay, ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, tell me. It has to be more than 12. And we know that because if we put 12 right here, 12 minus 12 equals 0, right? So we know this number is going to have to be bigger than 12. So what did you guys try out with your tools? What did you try out? So you know you have to be left with 8 in the end, right? And you had to take off 12. There's a 10. Ooh, I could just use these two for my, remember that? They were there. These could be my 12 that are going to get removed. So if I take off 12, I'll land with 8. That's interesting. So if I put these together, that might be my number. Let's see. Let's try that. What number is this together? Let's see. This is a 12, and this is an 8. I could just move those there. So that makes 20. Okay, so let's try out 20. Okay, kids, let's check and see if it's true. 20 minus 12. I want to see on your thumbs. Thumbs up if you agree that that would be 8. Or you can go like this and tuck your thumb and push it out if you'd want to challenge my thinking or add on to my thinking. Okay, let's see. 20 minus 12. Is it 8? Okay, show me your thumbs. Either it's a thumbs up or a thumbs tucked and a push. All right, so let's see. If we split this 12 into a 10 and a 2, and we did 20 minus 10 first, we'd be left with 10. And then we still have to do 10 minus those 2, and that makes 8. So did we find our missing number? Yes, we did. Our missing number was 20. There it is. Just like that. Okay, let's try another one. I think I'm going to do it on this side of the board so we can leave it like that. Okay, missing number minus 14 leaves 10. Okay, everybody get your tools. Let's see. Tools, I got my tools. In the end, I know I want 10, but I also have to take off 14. Okay, get your tools. I'm going to hit pause so I can do my thinking. You hit pause so you can do your thinking, all right? Hit it. Hit it. Okay. So when you hit pause and you did your thinking and you used your tools, what did you figure out? Was this number going to be more than 14 or less than 14? if you said more, you were probably thinking about what we did over here, right? It's going to be more than 14. Okay, now we know we're going to be taking 14 off of the number and ending with 10. So what would our starting number be? So this number minus the 14 leaves us with 10. Okay, so let's see. What was our starting number? Count up. Make sure you have your tools. I can see I have 2 10s and 4 1s. So our starting number must be 24. Now let's double check. If we have 24, here it is, 24 minus 14. Okay, this comes off. We're left with 10. It worked out. Okay, see how math tools can really help us even in warm-ups too, right? So this was our little warm-up, but now we have a story problem. Now, I don't know if it's raining on the day that you're watching this video, and I know it rained last week, maybe. Depends on when you're watching this. But right now it's a beautiful day outside and I'm looking at all the blue skies and the butterflies and the blue sky and oh my goodness, I said blue skies twice. I'm enamored. It's so beautiful outside. But this story is about rainy days. It's kind of funny. Okay, so we're going to think about rainy days and raincoats in this story. All right, so Madison bought some raincoats. Then she gave away raincoats. Now she only has raincoats left. How many raincoats did Madison buy? Okay, so let's think about this again. Actually, let's look at our numbers first, and then we'll think about it again with some numbers. How about that? All right, our numbers are 9 and 2, 34 and 29, or 84 and 28. Okay, so I think I want to think about this with 9 and 2. So I'm going to put a 9 on that sticky and a 2 on this sticky. All right, here we go. 9, 2. Madison bought some raincoats. Then she gave away 9 raincoats. Okay, so imagine she has purchased all these raincoats. Maybe she went to the Burlington store. She's gotten all these raincoats and she gives away 9 of them. See them? She's like giving them away for gifts. You get a raincoat, you get a raincoat, and you get a raincoat. But then at the end, she only has 2 raincoats left. We're trying to figure out how many raincoats did Madison buy. So like, how many did she have in the beginning? We have to figure that out, right? So will she have more than 9 raincoats in the beginning or less than 9 raincoats? Think about what you already know and think about your warm-up too, right? All right, kids, I think it's time. You're going to grab your tools. Make sure you have your tools and make sure you're making sense of the story. Make sure you imagine it in your head. Stop and ask if your answer makes sense with the story, right? We're trying to figure out how many raincoats did Madison buy. So how many did she have in the beginning? All right, kids, I'll see you next time. Bye.